halftime show. We're going to come on a little early because this game is just so exciting. We wanted to jump right into the action. This one is the kind that you dream about for these halftime shows. It is an absolute stink fest here. And now that some flags against Washington as well, Dallas probably going to tack on some points here before the half. These are the ones that you kind of. What do you think about the total for the number of people that tune in for the halftime show today? I like the under for this one.
Yeah, I like the under too.
So
right,
Joe's got the internet problems on top of it, so she's on her phone.
Yeah, I don't know. We're so cold here right now. I was calling my internet provider, and they're like, "We can't do anything. We're trying." So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wow.
Because my TV's been going on all day too.
Yeah, it's a little chilly here too. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'm -40 with wind chill right now, Mitch. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to go outside ever again.
My frozen banana ice cream that I was making got a little melt. I had to put it back in the freezer in a hurry.
Well, if you lived here, you wouldn't need to put it in the freezer. Just throw it outside the door.
Well,
right.
We've got about 10 seconds left to go in this first half, and it is 35-7. I didn't give a pick on the total, but, man, I did like the over. I didn't give it out publicly, but I did like the over. It's easy for me to say it now, but anyone that asked me that's premium members or whatever, I told them they said, who do you like the total? I was like, because I didn't have a pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good way to look at it. I'm sure the Cowboys have already hit their team total over.
Yeah, I'm sure they're well over it.
Yeah, what did you think of what's happening on the Washington bench? It looks like a couple of their defensive players that played it out.
At least these are people that at least care, and I think that's, I'm always fine with it. It is 76 degrees here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So what is -40 Celsius in Fahrenheit? I think it gets around the same after -20, I would think. I'm sure you're like a full 50 degrees warmer than me.
It says -40 Celsius. It means get the hell out of there, is what it said right here. I just Googled it. Google said -40 Celsius. It said get out. It says don't do it. It's 40. It's even. It's -40. Wow. It's hard to believe. We're 121 degrees apart over here.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. I'm glad I'm on this end of it. I got to say, given my choice, I'll take the 76 degrees over the -40.
Absolutely. And that's with wind chill. So before wind chill, I think it's probably 32, 33, or 35. The low was meant to be 35.
I'm from Florida, and I have to say that Hawaiian weather is just much, much nicer than Florida. It's like, it's not just that overbearing, humid sweat fest, that Florida can be like, where it comes up through the pavement. We have the trade winds, which pushes the cold air down. So you get these cold breezes, it's super nice. I like the Pacific Ocean over the Atlantic, it's just beautiful.
Absolutely. So what are we going to do with the second half of this game, Mitch? Turn it off?
Not really. I got a few things to talk about here at halftime. I think, this is one of these games that, this is a stinker. And I've done these stinkers on here. Okay. So, I did bet Washington before the game. Guilty as charged. I gave it out in the video. I'm going to get hammered in the video comments. Oh, this guy's so stupid. It's the same thing. These are the amateur hour people that are the brave commenters after the game is over. How could I trust you? It's like, this is the stuff that they say. Gonna be pretty funny, but I did have a serious question for you here. Before we head into halftime, do you think I should get one of those Ezekiel Elliott nose rings? You think I could pull that off? I mean, seriously, you could be honest with me.
No, hard pass.
I'm the one remember, I'm the one that did the audience poll to decide if I should get a regular enamel fake tooth or a gold tooth, and that's why I have gold teeth in my mouth. We did a poll on the show. I got gold teeth, and
pull, but I'm gonna say hard pass.
Hard pass on the Ezekiel Elliott nose ring. You don't think like if I could do this.
Sounds
I got
rich.
this. I so
I'm
got it. I
I'm
so
sure
got it, man.
he'll come
So got it. So got it, man. I should get the Zeke half shirt for the next show.
You should.
I
You could
think
totally
I think maybe if I wasn't out of surgery and hadn't spent the last 3 months inside, I would do it. If I was surfing every day, I would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
But right now, probably not. All right. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, okay. Here's the even better one. I'm not doing the poll for the nose ring.
You know everyone's gonna vote yes.
Oh, I know they will because they don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, not one of them would do it. You know, everyone that would say you do a poll for the nose ring, you know, not one of them would do it.
My kids would kill me if I got a nose ring like that. I've already got my little one, and that's enough for me.
Blue jobs, glowing balls, and nose rings. That should be the new name of our show. That's a good name for a band.
Oh my God, is it ever?
Blue jobs, glowing balls, and nose rings. Yes, we cover it all. That's pretty much what it's going to be. But the WFT here is plus a half at minus 125. I always get a little nervous about taking about teams in this spot. They're at that point, that no return spot. You know, that point in no return spot. So it's really bad. We know we're going to see Cooper Rush or whoever the case may be for Dallas. We will absolutely see him probably, third quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to see a lot of backups here. I don't know. It all depends. So these are the research that we missed, okay, before the game. And this is the stuff that we need to have somebody here. Maybe my partners that do the betting tools could find out this sort of information for us. How close are these key players to their bonus level numbers in their contract? Like if Dak Prescott's like within 5 touchdown passes of a bonus number or something, then it would be unlikely for them to pull him. Like, so the guys that have bonus numbers, it's usually not interceptions. Bonus numbers are usually based on, so sacks could be a bonus number. Touchdowns is always a bonus number. Yards gained are bonus numbers. So these are all very, very important things because McCarthy is known as being a jerk by the players, hate him. And this, I believe, is one of the reasons why.
Because he pulls them when they're
he pulls guys regardless of where they stand in their contract. John Gruden always said when he was on Monday Night Football as the announcer, then they're like, oh, wouldn't you pull them out or whatever? And he's like, why would he pull them out? And he'd give him a hard time. And he would always say, he's like, because he goes, you can't make that call because you don't know what the situation is here. This guy might be at 15 and a half sacks with a 16 sack, $400,000 bonus sitting there. He's like, you can't do that to your guys. These are your guys. He's like, you cannot do that to these players. They'll file a grievance with the union on top of it. It's like,
wow.
Yeah. So it's like pulling players at the professional level. It's a different thing, in college, but where you could cost your player the Heisman, in games like this. But certain coaches that are going to do it regardless. But in the NFL, where it's non-guaranteed contracts and you have performance bonuses, let's see if we can find it.
Yeah. Well, the second half spread for Washington's gone up to minus 132 on that money line. Minus 102 for the...
Because people are probably thinking, so Dak Prescott's contract, so tier void, $5.5 million each of the deals 4 years. Second void deal remaining as contract. Does Dak Prescott contract have a salary cap? Dallas's future cap dead money. So a lot of like Dak Prescott's contract is pretty much is pretty much guaranteed money. So he has a lot of guaranteed money in his contract, but I don't think he has. I don't. They're not showing in the thing that I'm looking at if he has actual performance bonuses.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. I have to look.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to look at, Mitch. I've
Yeah,
never thought to
it's
look at that.
these are the things that you have to, that we probably should have, had I even thought about this before. It's so a lot of these players have these things built into their contracts. So I'm going to guess Dak Prescott's might not be there, but because his contract's so massive,
Yeah.
126 in guaranteed money. 95 million he got fully guaranteed at signing. But how about like Ezekiel Elliott? Does he have a yard, like a yearly yard thing?
He must. Bonuses when you hit certain points, right?
Oh
Certain
yeah. These guys,
Mhm.
we're talking big money. Big money. A lot of these guys have, making the playoffs and all this other stuff, but a lot of the structure, some of the structure is totally performance based.
Yeah.
And even if it's $100,000, it's a lot of money. You're talking. Definitely need to get a bonus person, who gets on these things and finds out like, what are the performance bonuses. I don't know how how public those are.
I'm not sure. I've never even looked into that kind of thing. So might be able to find it on some players, maybe not on others.
It's definitely, one way of looking at it. I don't really have a pick. I'm trying to figure out these performance bonuses. If the Cowboys have no performance-based bonuses, then I'm taking Washington.
Yeah.
Because they're going to put in all their backups. But if there's performance bonuses,
Yeah, I think Washington's team total over 9.5. You're paying a little bit of juice on that, but you got the Cowboys team total at 10.5. Less juice on that. You're only paying 108 on that. You're paying minus 136 on Washington.
so the
over.
Players Association has performance-based bonuses for players that don't play as much, like for lower paid players that play above what they're being paid. So that's the other side here. That's the other side of it here.
Those third stringers that come in?
Yeah, like the second, third stringers, they're being paid like NFL base. But if you play more than, a certain amount, then they have to pay you more. Yeah, like veterans making non-minimum contracts. Wow. Interesting stuff. Boy. I'm going to stick with the Cowboys here. I think the Washington too easy.
It does seem too easy, right? It just seems like they should be able to get it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lousy game. These are the hardest halftimes. These are the hardest ones because a shutout is not in play.
No.
So it's like they don't have anything to like really to play for. But at the same time, it's I'm not betting the second half personally. I'm just doing the show because we always do it. So it's not we betting. It's you betting. Then that's why I'm tentative. If I'm not going to bet it myself, I'm struggling to give advice on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go walk the dog. I mean, this is a lousy game. We should tune out. This is what we should all do. And maybe they'll reevaluate the way that they, pick the games for TV and how they do this. Because the way it's supposed to work is they're supposed to be able to opt in a game for for this time slot for Sunday Night Football at this point of the season. So they opted this game in. Or they chose, or this was the game that was supposed to be there. It's not like Monday Night Football where the schedule set. This was the game they picked for this slot. Maybe we should make a statement about who gets to pick the games, and tell them we don't want to watch this crap. Maybe you should have stuck with Rams Vikings or something. Even though it wasn't a great game.
That definitely should have been the game.
Yeah, anything. This is the worst game of the day. This is worse than the Steelers-Chiefs game. This is worse than the Steelers-Chiefs game.
Oh yeah, worse than the Steelers-Chiefs. Not worse than the Chargers game though.
I wasn't shocked by the Texans at all. Matter of fact, I gave out the Texans. If you watched my video, I gave them out twice in my parlay and in the video.
Oh man,
my wife's mouthing to me, the worst beatdown ever.
Oh, she's the best.
But to me, it's I'm good, So.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I'd look at would be Washington's team total over 9.5. I think they probably get 10 points in the second half, but I don't love it, you guys. Lots of juice on it. Minus 136. I'm not a huge fan of it.
So Miami not playing in the Sun Bowl on Friday, which I'm fine with. But, I'm not the one that plays on the team or any of that stuff. But they're trying to find another opponent because they have plenty of time here in advance. Not plenty of time, but they have some time in advance.
So Miami just decided not to play, or is it
not COVID?
It's related? Okay.
Yep. So it's the game's not canceled yet. They're going to try and find an opponent, but I don't know who you could find at this point.
Yeah, would they pull up a team that didn't make it to bowl season? I guess they'd have to.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they did for the other one, for the Cotton Bowl. They brought, or not the Cotton Bowl, the Gator Bowl. They brought in Rutgers. What they should have done was take Washington State, put them in the Gator Bowl against Wake Forest. Would have been a better game. Dallas is going to make a statement and win by 40. Well, they're up by 35, so really not a bold statement there. I mean, that's I don't think it makes any kind of bold statement. I don't think any other team looks at this, oh man, they beat Washington by 4. It's like no one, I don't think there's one NFL team that looks at it that way. Matter of fact, one thing, if you know NFL players, if you've ever met NFL players or everything, every NFL player, regardless of what team they play on and what that team's record is and what that team's record has been, believes that they play on the best team. We're the best. You guys are 2-12. We're the best team. We could beat anybody. They all believe that. They will all say it to a man.
Yeah.
And if you think there's continuity in the NFL from one week to the next, or you think a win over Washington by 45 points, that anybody else couldn't care less about that. Trust me, it's nothing. They don't think anything of it. Just like you think Carolina got blasted today because they just took it easy because the Bucs scored 0 points last time out against the Saints. That's why they got belted.
That's why it went down like that.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. Anyways, I'm taking Dallas second half. I don't know. Dak Prescott's looking at the tablet. Means he's going to at least play a series here in the second half, which means he might have some of those incentives out there. But I don't think I'm going to hang out here for the third quarter. There's really no reason. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. I figured that this would be a lightly viewed halftime, but we appreciate the turnout. 220-something people watching, which is insanity, considering just how bad this game is. But we're hoping that tomorrow we're going to get a better game. And I'm looking at the totals. They're predicting a very low scoring. The books and the betting people like us are predicting a really low scoring one. So 37 is the total on tomorrow night's game. So if defense isn't your thing, then might not be your game tomorrow.
Yeah. There's
Right.
been a couple of those games that I've absolutely loved, and all you hear is everyone's saying what a terrible game they were.
Ron Rivera, the quote they just showed on TV was
Yeah.
Ron Rivera said, like when they interviewed him at halftime, he said, when they asked about the fighting on the bench, he said, everyone is pissed off, including me. That's
Oh, good for him.
Yep. Anyways, have a great night, everyone. I'll see you guys 9 a.m. for my 7 and 5. I'll also be doing a betting tool show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. That will be for the Saints Dolphins game. So, gonna be a good one.
I'll be tuning in.
Joe's got her morning show at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Rod and Brian. Maybe Rod's pipes will be unbroken. He'll be able to come on. Joe might be the one frozen. Might be just the Brian Bittler show. That'll be exciting.
That would be. And then, yeah, to do a fucking crazy tomorrow afternoon as well, you guys. Get back on schedule with this. We've got the World Juniors going on. So we'll have some hockey talk for you guys.
Junior pucking crazy.
Junior pucking crazy.
Man, this game just stinks. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great night. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make it a winner, whatever you're doing. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.